How what's up, y'all? It's popping. It's D. About to react to this video by Sloan. This is exposing Camila Cabello's disgusting past. Somebody told me to react to this, and they were like, "Oh, you're really not gonna like her, D. After you see this, you gotta react to this video." Guys, I don't care about her. Okay, I jokingly poke fun at a lot of people on this channel, but do I really care? I really don't. You know how many racist people there are in the world? I don't care. I don't care about this woman at all. But sure, we're gonna see, the things that she said. I just heard people saying that she made racist comments, but I don't even know what she said specifically. So I can't even comment on it. Have I reacted to videos about it? Maybe I have. Maybe it was mentioned in vids, but I forgot because, again, I don't care. So I tend to forget about irrelevant things. But sure, we're going to see what her past is and what she's said that's super racist. Let's watch.
Normani speaks about both situations, saying it would be dishonest if I said that this particular scenario didn't hurt me.
But Normani does say she hopes Camila is now a better person.
Tweets that resurfaced on Wednesday featuring screenshots of Camila's old Tumblr account
where she
posted offensive and racist memes and comments. The memes and comments contained harsh language, including multiple uses of the N-word and racial stereotyping towards the black community.
Cabello writing in a statement, "When I was younger, I used language that I'm deeply ashamed of. Even though the 22-year-old star may have made the post when she was a teenager, at 15, she had to know racism is wrong."
So this is kind of a hard question. I don't want you to take any offense to it at all. I just kind of wanted to do it for Black Twitter, Black Sean stands everywhere out there. Ignorant tweets, I guess I could say, kind of hurtful, offensive tweets that she's tweeted before. Why has it never been acknowledged? Why has there never been anything about it?
I mean, I apologize for everything insensitive that I said in the past. But with that being said, that's not my personality. Light skin.
Camila Cabello is clearly racist. She has made nasty posts that are super offensive. Camila has made fun of Asian and black people, and it seems like she uses ignorant stereotypes to fuel her comedy. It also looks like her ex-boyfriend, Shawn Mendes, has made some controversial posts himself. So let's get into it. As you guys know, we uncover controversial stories on this channel, and it's important for me to get the whole story when I do my research. So Atlas VPN is crucial for me to stay protected and to access restricted content. Atlas VPN is running a huge her ex-boyfriend
VPNs are goated out the country though, because a lot of stuff. This is so it has nothing to do with anything, but I mean it has to do with his promotion or his paid promotion. Out of the country, you can't access certain shit. Like, I can't get on HBO Max for whatever reason. Out the country, several countries, they don't have HBO Max. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I gotta get a VPN so I can watch certain stuff. So it is helpful.
And up for Atlas VPN.
I got a free one though.
For sponsoring this video and enjoy. We're going to be talking about some of Camila Cabello's worst moments online. And let's just say that she's got an issue when it comes to racism. It actually turns out that she and her ex-boyfriend Shawn have made some controversial posts on social media. But before we talk about Shawn's past, let's get into Camila. We're going to censor some of these racial slurs, but here are some tweets from Camila's backup account where she writes, "Shout out to my slur, Georgie Washington. You was the flyest at the Revolutionary War." Some stupid tweet. And this one she writes, "Why are you talking bad about Obama? He rocks." And then she uses a slur. Stupid. It seems like she's got some weird obsession with Obama specifically. Here's a tweet that she retweeted. "Why isn't Zayn dancing with the rest of his family?" Here's a tweet from her main account where she writes, "Say goodbye to the collared shirts and bows. I'm a gangster hood thug rat." So those tweets don't look good. But what looks even worse are her racially motivated comments about her bandmate Normani. So here are some nasty messages between Camila and her friend where they're talking about Fifth Harmony, and at some point Camila describes her group as 4 N-slurs, and this friend encourages it.
Okay, shout out to you and then put it. No, I can't believe you put it. Why, bitch, you can't spell. Cry.
Meaning that Normani is actually this slur. It's really disgusting seeing how Camila's just laughing about this and joking about someone who she works with so closely. Like, I just would be so uncomfortable. When these messages were leaked, Camila's fans ended up bullying Normani, which doesn't make sense to me because Camila called Normani these horrible names, yet Normani was the one who got a ton of backlash from her fans, and Camila did nothing to stop this. Actually, at some point, Camila's mom defended Camila when her fans were racially attacking Normani instead of defending Normani and asking her fans to stop attacking her. Camila's mom dismisses Normani's racial attacks in order to victimize her daughter. In August 2016, Normani took a break from social media after being cyberbullied by Camila's fans. In her departure letter, she explains, "I can't subject myself any longer to the hate." The very next day, following Normani's announcement, Camila's mom decided to like a tweet criticizing her decision to leave. At this point, Camila did not defend Normani, but wrote on Twitter that she stands by love only and doesn't tolerate any hate, racism, or discrimination. Which doesn't add up to me because her Twitter and you're about to see her Tumblr are extremely racist. And when these racist posts came about, Normani had some comments on what Camila had posted. Normani struggled under the spotlight while in Fifth Harmony when anonymous racist trolls posted photoshopped images of her being hung, others sending death threats, but the resurfaced racist posts from former bandmate Camila's old Tumblr account hit closer to home for Normani. This reporter named Brittany asked Normani about Camila's posts and her thoughts, and I actually really respect this because Normani said that she wanted to get back to her, and she wanted to go and write out an email so she can articulate exactly what she wanted to say. She wanted to make sure her thoughts weren't misconstrued, and she claims that she's extremely uncomfortable by it all and disappointed in what Camila has done.
In an interview with Rolling Stone, Normani speaks about both situations, saying, "It would be dishonest if I said that this particular scenario didn't hurt me. It was devastating that this came from a place that was supposed to be a safe haven and a sisterhood, because I knew that if the tables were turned, I would defend each of them in a single heartbeat. It took days for her to acknowledge what I was dealing with online, and years for her to take responsibility for the offensive tweets that recently resurfaced. Whether or not it was her intention, this made me feel like I was second to a relationship she had with her fans."
But Normani does say she hopes Camila is now a better person, and she says, "I don't want to say that this situation leaves me hopeless because I believe that everyone deserves the opportunity for personal growth. I really hope that an important lesson was learned in this, and I hope that there is genuine understanding about why this was absolutely unacceptable."
I'm glad that Normani spoke her truth, because more people need to speak out against Camila, and Normani's not the only person that Camila used these slurs against, because there are also other DMs out there where you can see Camila is comfortably using the N slur for whatever reason. Like, she just feels like she could use it, I guess. Now let's get into this nasty-ass Tumblr, because the posts that she makes on Tumblr are unreal. So there was a Twitter account called Motivate Fenty. They're still around, but these tweets have been deleted. I'm assuming they've been threatened with lawsuits, but they found this old Tumblr and exposed Camila for it. In these posts, she used the N-word, she reblogged content, which were really terrible, and she also made fun of
that might have looked weird. I was looking
really horrible negative stereotypes.
I was looking down at my belly button. My belly button cursing.
Jokes and memes.
It was like getting caught on my
shirt. These posts, like this one, which is a photo, a search engine photo meme, making fun of Asian people. In this post, Camila was asked a question and replied with a slur. In this post, she reblogged something offensive about Mexican and black people, and I guess joking about them.
Camila's new album celebrations have died down, all thanks to tweets that resurfaced on Wednesday featuring screenshots of Camila's old Tumblr account, where she posted offensive and racist memes and comments. The post shows screenshots dating all the way back to 2012 when Camila was a teenager. However, it doesn't matter how long ago this happened because, well, they still happened. The memes and comments contain harsh language, including multiple uses of the N-word and racial stereotyping towards the black community. Naturally, this circulated the internet quicker than the plague, and Camila's team was forced to do some major damage control and take down all of her past Tumblr posts. However, this didn't stop fans from coming for her.
I know there's going to be someone in the comments saying, this was a different time, but it really wasn't. Like, Camila is like really next level when it comes to these reposts. Like, why is she even entertained by these things making such stupid jokes? Or this one, which is both offensive to black people and Asian people. There's another cartoon where they're making fun of one of these Winnie the Pooh characters. Then there's another meme where the N slur is just bright and front center. Something I don't understand why Camila is so obsessed with. Here's another post, which is very tasteful. Just kidding. But they're making fun of Rihanna and how Chris Brown assaulted her. So, I guess she thinks that's funny. We've got this post, which includes a picture of Lil Wayne. Just kind of out there. Another post where there is a slur being used. Another post which is glorifying stereotypes about KFC and black people, and just like really
she wants to be black.
And that was just Camila's backup page. She has another Tumblr which was her main account, and at one point on her main account she was asked, "How do I become a strong, independent black woman like you?" And Camila replied, "It's not easy, I guess. It's just something you have to work at," which Camila, I don't believe is black, but she's answering as if she's such. Also, if you're wondering what that big Bible verse was on her racist Tumblr, it's John 3:16, which is the point of Christianity, like about salvation and that Christians are saved. It's really ironic to see her include this like scripture
These be
on the same page where all the...
This is literally what people do. Like, hate pages that you see on Instagram and shit, you'll go to their fucking accounts and it'll be like, God first. And like, they'll act like they're so, like, Christian or they're so holy, but look at the crazy comments you leave. People are crazy.
This hate is featured. It's just so ironic. You guys might be wondering, how do we know that this is Camila's Tumblr page? As Motivate Fenty pointed out, Camila made it very clear that this was her personal Tumblr page because she had an old picture of herself as the icon and posted a picture of herself for an anonymous user. She also deleted her Tumblr page and her backup Twitter page as soon as these threads came out, which made her look really guilty. Back when these posts resurfaced, she got in a lot of trouble and she had to publicly address it.
After that apology from singer Camila Cabello, speaking out this morning after past social media posts were discovered, posts that she is now calling, quote, horrible and hurtful. Ariel Reshef is here with this story. Good morning, Ariel.
Good morning to you, Cecilia. A day after those derogatory comments surfaced, the superstar taking to social media to apologize, saying she knows her past language was wrong and asking for forgiveness.
So here's
when it's this intense, it's like, okay, this is embedded in you. Like, you are a racist at the core. It's not like, oh, I just said the N-word as a joke. Oh, I was just being silly or I was singing a song. Like, you are a hardcore racist, girl. So this cannot be washed away with no apology.
Post that Camila made on her story. The text is really small, but she writes, "When I was younger, I used language that I'm deeply
It's not just about language, girl. Look at all these racist ass memes. What are you talking about?
Forever regret," which is kind of like an admission right there. I was uneducated and ignorant. Yes, you really were.
Apologizing for past racist language and images she allegedly used on a now deleted social media account. Cabello writing in a statement, "When I was younger, I used language that I'm deeply ashamed of and will regret forever. I was uneducated and ignorant, and once I became aware of the history and the weight and the true meaning behind this horrible and hurtful language, I was deeply embarrassed."
You didn't know the history behind it.
She continues, "I'm 22 now. I'm an adult, and I've grown, and I've learned, and I'm conscious and aware of the history and the pain it carries," using those slurs that you used so loosely, "and about your bandmates. The truth is, I was embarrassingly ignorant and unaware." Imagine how she was in person if she was like this on her public social media.
Oh, she was nothing in person, trust me. These be the main people who are quiet as a mouse in person. You ain't saying none of this to nobody's face. I guarantee she called nobody a nigger to their face ever, ever, ever in life.
And that those
Let's be clear. She would have got her shit rocked.
Now uses her platform to speak on injustice
Stop
and
it.
inequality and will continue to do so. Now, Camila's closing sentence stated, "I can't say enough how deeply sorry and ashamed I feel, and I apologize again from the bottom of my heart."
That apology does seem pretty genuine, I guess. I mean, it also seems like one of her like PR people could have helped her write this, because after the fact and since this point, when she's asked about her Twitter or social media, she seems pretty like ill-willed about it. Like she hasn't learned her lesson. In one interview, she said, "That's why I barely go on social media. There's no way to live life without making mistakes or saying the wrong thing. I'm not going to live like some perfect pop singer. I'm human, and the inhuman part of this is public scrutiny." Okay, I get that at some points, but I also feel like she was criticized for valid reasons. Like, that you don't need to be perfect, but like, who has these racist thoughts that you are constantly like sharing all over social media as a teenager?
One woman writing that even though the 22-year-old star may have made the post when she was a teenager, at 15 she had to know racism is wrong. Others coming to her defense, tweeting, "At this moment, we must take her apology and hope she truly means it."
I like how it's the white girl who's tweeting saying, "We need to accept Camila." Like, none of her offensive posts were about you, girl.
Exactly.
You
Shut the hell up.
Light skin.
Now it's time to talk about Shawn Mendes. He's not as bad as Camila, but still has had some pretty bad moments. Like this tweet, which is just stupid, where he tweets out, "I'm black, burnt up, you know?" Or this tweet, where this person is tweeting out a sincere F you to the people walking behind me, yelling those kind of thoughts. Shawn ends up replying to this saying, "I can see the black coming out in you, Lauren," which is just, like, again, so stupid, really. I guess, like, what the offensive part here is that he's insinuating, like, so I guess she's cussing and defending herself, and then, I don't know, he's saying that she's acting black for that reason. Just sounds like, again, just like what was he really even thinking? There are also just weird tweets like this one, like the light-skinned girls.
Say stuff like this.
Okay, kind of like that Vine I played a few seconds ago, where it's just like he's talking about light-skinned people. And here's another random tweet: "Black guy jumps out of window to get away." His posts don't make as much sense as Camila's do. Like this tweet where he writes, 98% of black people are naturally gifted with the ability to dance, which is that, like, I don't know if it's necessarily offensive, or I just don't know what the point is of making this tweet in the first place. This post definitely doesn't work in Sean's favor. I mean, he's literally calling his friend a slur. Unless his friend posted this, because it looks like his friend's holding the picture, but I'm pretty sure, like, Sean posted this on his main account, and yeah, that's just not really, not great. Before we get to what Sean has said about his racist past, I found this one article, and I wanted to read a snippet to you guys because I found it interesting. Sean often finds himself watching his own interviews and analyzing his voice and body language. He'll see an anonymous stranger comment on the way he crossed his legs once and try not to do it again. He pulls out his phone to show me his Twitter account. His name is the only recent search. In the back of my heart, he says, I feel like I need to go be seen with someone, like a girl, in public to prove to people that I'm not gay. Even though in my heart I know that it's not a bad thing, there's still a piece of me that thinks that, and I hate that side of me. So you're telling me that Shawn Mendes is sitting here reading his own interviews, watching it, like, you know, videos of himself walking around, trying to figure out whether he looks gay or not? I mean, you're not really doing a great job. No offense, but it just, like, seems like that's, like, kind of a gay, like, coming from a gay person, that seems kind of like a gay thing. Sean made this post on social media. I posted some racially insensitive comments on social media when I was younger, and I am so sorry. I apologize wholeheartedly for what was said and understand how offensive those posts were. There is no place for comments like that, and those words do not represent who I am. I stand for complete inclusivity, equality, and love. Sean has also been confronted about these things in public. He actually had a show, and someone asked him about these comments, and he apologized. And this moment seems kind of intense, but he handled it well.
Guys, you have time for 3 more questions.
Fine. Yeah. You're for real. Let's go now. Okay. So this is kind of, I don't, oh, period. Okay, Sean. Yes. So okay, this is kind of a hard question. I don't want you to take any offense to it at all. I just kind of wanted to do it for Black Twitter, Black Sean stands everywhere out there. In the past, there's a lot of kind of ignorant tweets, I guess I could say, kind of hurtful, offensive tweets that you've tweeted before. I just wanted to know, like, why have you, and I think, like, recently it's been deleted. I don't know who was it, if it was you, if it wasn't, but if it was, or if it wasn't, why has it never been acknowledged, or why has there never been anything about it? We just kind of want to know, because we get a lot of hate for us supporting you, knowing that this has been, like, your past, and not to say this is you now or anything like that. It's just really important for us to know, like, how you are.
To not acknowledge it, and, you know, I just think that a lot of things need to be moved on from, but I also think that the things that were saw, like, I had friends when I was 14 who would, like, take my phone and, like, post things of them.
Yeah.
And, like, they thought it was funny that I had, like, 2,000 followers, and they were things, and they post photos of themselves, and at the time I was just, like, not thinking about it.
Yeah, makes sense.
No idea I was going to have 50 million followers.
Yeah. True. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I apologize for everything insensitive that I said in the past. But with that being said, yeah, I think that's not my personality.
Yeah. Also, I have a Black Lives Matter flag that I might throw on stage, so please catch it. Period! Thank you!
Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think Sean explained himself well? Do you think Camila...
Y'all are a perfect racist couple. I don't even know if they're still together or not, but sure. Honestly, I am never surprised when it comes out that non-black people are being racist. I'm gonna just be honest. I'm never surprised. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. I'm more surprised when they're, like, strong allies and, like, really in support of the black community. I'm like, oh, wow, that's interesting. And then even then I think, like, is this an act? I'm still suspicious, like, because I've just come across so many, you know, racist celebrities and things that they've said, things that have been leaked about them, you know, having disgusting comments that they've said about black people and other races. So it's just like, all right, it's racist people everywhere. So am I offended by this, or am I gonna take this to heart? No, I don't know these fucking people. I'm gonna continue to make slick comments about Camila because that's what I do. I think it's hilarious, so I'm going to continue to do that. But do I actually care? I really don't. This woman can say nigga every day for the rest of her life. Is this going to affect me at all? It isn't. She ain't going to say it to me. I doubt she would say it to any black person's face in real life. I just don't see her doing that ever. She seems very cowardly. So there's that. But yeah, this is him exposing her. Now I know the details, so I can have more material when I continue to troll and talk shit about her, as I will continue to do. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though. Let me know what other videos you want me to watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.